I am not the monster you fear. I am the one God betrayed. He carved death into my bones, forced a scythe into my trembling hands, and told me it was mercy. Can you hear it? The whisper of every soul I've had to take. The echo of every scream that haunts my nights. I have walked in shadows since the first star blinked into existence. I have watched empires rise like smoke from a dying fire, watched them crumble into dust beneath the weight of their own pride. I have seen kings bow to power, fools cling to hope, lovers beg for one more moment together. And I have stood there, cold, empty, forced to end it all. You call me death, a monster, a curse, but I am just a prisoner, a pawn in a divine game I never asked to play, a soul broken beyond repair by the one who claims to love all. I remember the day he found me, before the scythe, before the shadows, before I became the thing the world fears. I was gentle, I was kind, I loved the light, but God said I was chosen, chosen to carry the weight of his judgment, chosen to be the face of his wrath, chosen to bleed so others could be saved. I begged him to stop, fell to my knees, tears burning my cheeks. I cannot do this, I whispered. I cannot take their lives. He smiled, a cold, hollow smile that chilled me to the bone. You have no choice, he said. It is your fate. And then he broke me, not with a sword, not with fire, with words, with lies, with the promise that my pain would mean something. Today, the seals broke, not with a whimper, with a roar that shook the very foundations of the earth. The sky split open. Thunder rolled like 1,000 angry giants. And I ride now, not by choice, by command, with 3 brothers who thrive on chaos, brothers who get to rage, to destroy, to be feared, while I get to clean up their mess. I get to dry the tears of the dying. I get to carry the guilt of every life I end. First came conquest. His horse glows white, blinding, sickly, fake. Its mane shimmers like polished bone. Each hoofbeat echoes like a lie. A crown sits atop his head. Gold. Sharp. Sharp enough to cut the skin of anyone who dares to look away. He carries a bow strung with lies. The wood is dark, gnarled, stained with the sweat of the deceived. I smelled the sweetness of his deception first. Thick, cloying, like rotting honey mixed with burned incense. It clings to the back of my throat, burns like acid. He rode through the streets of Babylon. The crowds cheered, loud, hollow, their voices bouncing off marble walls. Peace, they shouted. Salvation. They threw flowers at his hooves. Red roses, white lilies, flowers that wilted the moment his horse stepped on them. He smiled down at them, a smile that never reached his eyes. I bring you peace, he lied. Forever. I watched him, from the shadows, watched him lull them to sleep with empty promises, watched their souls turn to rot beneath his smile, watched a young girl hand him a crown of daisies. He took it, crushed it in his hand. Petals fell like blood. The girl cried. He laughed, a cold, cruel sound that made my blood run cold. And I knew the storm was coming, not the storm of rain, the storm of blood. Then war arrived. His horse is red, blood red, fire red, the color of a heart torn open and left to bleed. Its coat glistens with the blood of 1,000 battles. Smoke curls from its nostrils. Its eyes burn like coals from hell. War wears armor forged in the fires of the abyss. Dented, scratched, dripping with blood that never dries. The stench hits me first. Metallic, warm, sickening. It mixes with the smell of burning flesh and charred wood. It clings to my cloak, seeps into my skin. I can never wash it away. In his hand, he carries a sword. Long, sharp. Its blade glints like death itself. It screams as it slices through flesh. A high, shrill sound that pierces my ears. I heard the clatter of steel, the gurgle of dying men as their blood fills their throats, the wails of mothers burying their children in the dirt. The earth shook beneath his hooves. Cracks snaked through the ground, swallowing homes, swallowing hope, swallowing the last traces of peace. War laughed, a cold, hollow sound that bounced off burning buildings. He loved it, loved the chaos, loved the blood, loved the way men begged for mercy he would never give. I saw a soldier fall to his knees, his arm cut off, blood gushing from the stump. Please, he begged, spare me. Whirling down, whispered in his ear, mercy is for the weak. Then he drove his sword through the soldier's heart. I stood in the shadows, stomach churning, heart heavy, my hands shaking so hard I could barely hold my scythe. I wanted to help. I wanted to stop him, but I couldn't. God's voice echoed in my head. You have no choice. For I knew what came next. Famine. His horse is black. Black as the void. Black as the despair in a starving child's eyes. Its coat is matted and dirty. Its ribs stick out, sharp and bony. It snorts, and the air smells of rot. Famine wears sackcloth, tattered, stiff with dust. His face is gaunt, his cheeks sunken. His eyes are empty sockets, black and endless. In his hand, he carries a pair of scales. Cold, heavy, unforgiving. They clink as he moves. A sharp, hollow sound that makes my teeth ache. I smelled the rot first. The stench of dried crops, of empty bellies, of hope turning to ash in the mouths of the starving. It's thick, choking. I can taste it on my tongue. Bitter, foul. Fields withered beneath him. Green grass turned brown and brittle. Wheat stalks crumpled into dust. Rivers dried up, leaving cracked earth and dead fish, their eyes glassy and empty. I heard the groans of the starving. Weak, desperate, broken. A mother held her child in her arms. The child's cheeks were sunken. Her lips were chapped and blue. Bread, the child whispered. Please, I'm hungry. The mother cried, tears streaming down her dirt-stained face. I'm sorry, she sobbed. I have nothing. Famine walked past them, his scales clinking. He didn't look, didn't care. Women wasted away, their skin clinging to their bones, their hair falling out in clumps. Men scavenged for roots and bugs, fighting each other for a single crumb of bread. Famine watched, unblinking, uncaring. And I waited for the fourth seal, waited for my turn, waited for the moment when I would have to end their suffering, the moment when I would have to add their souls to the list of those I've taken. The seal broke, a sound like glass shattering, loud, sharp, echoing through the heavens. And my horse stepped forward, ashen green, the color of decay, of rot, of the earth that swallows the dead and never gives them back. Its coat is matted with ash. Its hooves are cracked and black. Each step crunches on ash. Slow, deliberate. Each step leaves a faint, rotting green print in the dust. I grip my scythe. The wood is cold, rough. It digs into my palms, leaving red marks that never fade. The blade is sharp, glinting in the dark sky. I can see my reflection in it. A shadow, a ghost, nothing like the person I used to be. I wear a cloak of shadow, thick, heavy. It reeks of old graves, of forgotten souls, of the tears I've cried in the dark. My face is hidden beneath a hood, not because I am fearsome, because I am ashamed. Ashamed of the life I'm forced to live, ashamed of the souls I'm forced to take, ashamed of the fact that I let God break me. You think I want this? You think I enjoy watching you beg, watching you run, watching you die in my arms? I have held a child as she took her last breath, her small hand in mine, her eyes wide with fear. Will it hurt? She asked. I lied. No, I said, it will be peace. But I knew the truth. I knew the pain of leaving everything behind. I knew the loneliness of the beyond. God made me this way. He told me I was balance. A law, a necessity. But balance doesn't hurt this much. Necessity doesn't feel like a knife in the chest. Necessity doesn't make me wake up screaming every night. Screaming from the nightmares of all the souls I've taken. I am not evil. I am broken. I am a victim of the God you worship. Hades follows me. A dark fog. Thick. Choking. Sticky like tar. It hisses as it swallows the dead. A low, guttural sound that makes my skin crawl. It wraps around their limp bodies. Cold. Slimy. Dragging them down into the dirt with a wet, squelching sound. Pulling their souls into the abyss. Into a darkness so deep they will never find their way out. And I have to watch. Have to stand there while it feasts. Have to listen to their screams as they're pulled away. Because God said so. Because I have no choice. I've seen your fear. In your eyes. Wide. Filled with terror. In your shaking hands. Clenched into fists. In the prayers you mumble into the dark. Broken. Desperate. You build hospitals. White. Clean. Filled with machines that beep and hum. You invent medicines. Pills. Shots. Potions that promise to keep me away. You cling to wealth and fame. Gold. Jewels. Fame that fades like smoke. Trying to outrun me. Trying to cheat the inevitable. But you can't. I am not the enemy. The enemy is the one who made me this way. The one who watches me suffer. The one who laughs while I bleed. The one who calls this justice. My brothers paved the way. Conquest lied. Were killed. Famine starved. And I clean up. I touch your shoulder. Cold. Gentle. I don't want to hurt you. I never did. I swing my scythe. Quick. Merciful. I want it to be over fast. I want you to feel no pain. I carry your soul to the beyond. Hoping. Praying. That someone will mercy me. That someone will end my suffering. You spend your lives running from me. But I am running too. Running from the God who broke me. Running from the life I hate. Running from the day I have to face the souls I've taken. The day I have to tell them I'm sorry. I remember every face. Every name. Every tear. The old man who held his wife's hand until the end. The young soldier who never got to go home. The child who asked if it would hurt. I remember them all. They haunt me. Day and night. Their voices echoing in my head. Why, they ask. Why did you do this? I have no answer. No explanation. Only the truth. I had no choice. The apocalypse isn't your end. It's mine. The day I can no longer carry this scythe. The day I can no longer bear this pain. The day I can finally rest. But until then, I ride. Slow. Steady. Broken. I watch you. Watch your joys. The way you laugh with your friends. The way you hold your children close. The way you fall in love. I watch your sorrows. The way you cry when you lose someone. The way you grieve. The way you hope for better days. I watch your sins. Your greed. Your pride. Your cruelty. I watch your virtues. Your kindness. Your courage. Your love. I remember them all. Because they are the only things keeping me sane. The only things that remind me I was once human. Time is running out. The sky is growing darker. The wind is howling. The earth is shaking. My brothers are gone. Their work is done. And I am close. So close. I can smell your fear. I can hear your heartbeat. I can feel your desperation. Soon, I will be at your door. Soon, I will touch your shoulder. Soon, your time will end. But before I do, tell me this. Look me in the eyes. And tell me the truth. If God broke you, if he forced you to carry a burden you never asked for, if he made you the monster the world fears, if he laughed while you bleed, would you be able to bear it? Would you be able to keep going? Would you still call him merciful? I didn't think so. Yet here I am, broken, unloved, forced to be your monster, forced to carry the weight of his sins. Before the scythe swings, before Hades takes you, before the world fades to black, listen to the truth. Listen to the stories of the broken, the betrayed, the ones God forgot. I am not the only one he broke. There are others, souls like mine, trapped, tormented, forced to do his bidding. Subscribe to ShotCut, Epic Chronicles. Listen to their stories. Listen to my story, because you deserve to know why. Why God breaks the ones he claims to love. Why mercy is just another lie. And why the monster you fear is just a victim, just like you. I will be watching, always watching, waiting for the day when someone, anyone, will mercy me. Until then, I ride, and I reap, and I bleed, for the God who broke me, for the world that fears me, for the souls I've lost. This is my fate, my curse, my mercy, and soon, it will be yours. Tell me, are you ready?